sorry I have to play the mean role and stand and keep the time, but we need to go through our program this evening. So without further ado, and Khidr already presented the speakers and their background, so I'm just going to call on Professor Norman Finkelstein to take the podium.
I'm grateful for the warm reception, and I do look forward to speaking and also to having a serious interaction with the audience. I know this is Concordia College, and Concordia, at least from my recollection, is the Palestinians. And I think in recent years, in recent years, I think slightly critical of myself. So it'll be an opportunity for me to speak to the young people here, try to clarify my opinions, and maybe not persuade or convince you, but at least let's exchange ideas and see where we get. But before doing that, I hope you'll forgive me if I just make a small modification in the program. I do notice Nahla is in the audience. She's the young Egyptian woman that was mentioned by the previous speaker. And she's actually quite a remarkable person, because on the surface, you would think she would be completely on the other side. And yet, when you hear her speak, at least my experience listening to her was, you hear a genuine conversion, not a fake or a Hollywood conversion. It's somebody who confronted reality, and the reality persuaded her that what she thought previously was wrong. And reality was a reality check for her. She became an altogether different person. Not altogether different, nobody completely changes, but she became a different person, and from my experience, a remarkably impressive one. I suspect you'll agree when you have a chance to hear her speak, so would you like to come? By the way, this is not planned. I just saw her in the audience.
Thank you so much, Norman, for the wonderful introduction. I don't really have anything planned for today. I didn't make a prayer speech, but I would really like to just speak between young activists in a room together, sort of to tell you guys why I decided to risk my life to go somewhere where it was not safe for me, in a country that I don't even live in. A brief introduction of myself. My name is Nahla Nasser. I'm French-Egyptian. I graduated from an engineering school in Paris, France. I am passionate about Egypt, and I was passionate about the freedom of all Egyptians, so I was really taken by the January 25th revolution. Unfortunately, I was not there, so after the military coup in Egypt, I felt the need to sort of go and see for myself what the media was speaking about. I knew there was a lot of things that the media were saying, and I did not agree with them, so I sort of just reflected on what I had seen before. And so I decided to go to Rabaa al-Adawiya. I only actually wanted to go for one day, sort of get a view about on how the people are there, because I was seeing in the media that they would say these people have weapons, these people are terrorists or this and that. And so the first moment I walked into Rabaa al-Adawiya, I knew that this was the place for me. I kept going back every single day. I have never felt so safe in my life. Other than a place in Rabaa al-Adawiya Square. I would literally walk in, there were hundreds and thousands of people. I would literally walk in, and the men would open up the way for me so that I wouldn't be touched by anyone. And that was really something amazing to see in Egypt, especially with all the accounts of sexual abuses against women. The women of Rabaa al-Adawiya inspired me so much. They were the strongest women I had ever met in my entire life. And I just felt so inspired by these women there. and how empowered they are, and how extremely strong they are. And so I decided to stay in Rabat Adawiya for the rest of the way until the massacre. I made a lot of friends, I made a lot of new family members, but to say that Rabat Adawiya changed my life would be a complete understatement. After the massacre of Rabat Adawiya, I had friends and friends who were either detained or killed, and I saw people in front of my eyes, children, women, and men, losing their family members in front of their own eyes, brains bursting all over the place. This was by thugs, army, and police. And at the same time, they were in the media, they were saying that these people are armed and terrorists. So obviously the media was twisting the reality completely. And the problem is that the people believe them. And that's the biggest problem in our society today, is that people believe what they see in the media. And that is not the truth. In Egypt, they twist the facts completely. They make up stories. The first time I went up on stage, they said that instead of actually analyzing what I was saying to the people, the articles the next day came out making fun of my pants. That's all they could come up with. Make fun of my pants because I'm not covered and I was wearing tight pants. The next time they said that I was being funded millions of dollars by the Muslim Brotherhood, even though I'm not a Muslim Brotherhood. I don't have any association with them whatsoever. There were also accounts about me getting millions of dollars from Qatar. And every day I look at my bank account and I say, where are these millions? So, anyways, just to tell you guys that we live in a free and fair society. And no matter how young you are, you guys can all make a change. You don't have to know everything about the politics. I did not know much about politics in Egypt. I just knew that these people were repressed. These people have no channel whatsoever to make their voices heard. And we live in a society where we can make our voices heard. So we can help these people get their voices heard. So you need to take that into your own, take that into consideration. Use the free and fair society that we live in to your advantage, because these people do need our help. And every single one of you can make a change. Thank you very much.